Into this. You excited? What is up? Welcome back. This could be the final time with Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This has been a hell of a game. I just got finished with what's probably going to be the worst game of the year, Mind's Eye, and now we jump back into what is probably the best game of the year, Clair Obscur. If this is a game where you're like, I don't get the hype, I don't know why anybody's even liking this game, it's not for me, diddly, give it a shot, you know? Give it a shot. Don't be put off by the turn-based stuff. It's actually pretty damn special. The story is wonderful. I bet you this game was made with less people than Mind's Eye and they did a better job. So I took a small break from this because we ended up playing like 3 games back to back to back. It was like Doom, The Dark Ages and The Precinct, and we squeezed a few more in there as well. And it was a game that I had no doubt of how gorgeous. The moment I saw this at Xbox's show, I knew it. Like, it's a good few years back at this point. It was a banger, but I don't think even Xbox knew what they were in for. But I did, you know. No, it's not without its shortcomings. It's not without shortcomings, but they're very, very few and very little. My biggest problem, I think, is, but you see it right there. They have taken such liberties with the camera, and this is actually not final. This is one of the reveal trailers. This is not final, but it's close to this. And they take such liberties with the camera that the camera is actually meant to not just be motion. It's meant to show action, and that includes when the enemy is about to hit you. So I didn't know this. So my first thing, as someone who suffers very much from motion sickness, was to turn off the camera movement. And they were like, "This is going to impede gameplay." I'm like, "How? I don't care." And then I did turn it off, and it would kind of give out to me every time I did do it, every match. I was like, "Oh, it's like that then, is it?" So I turned it back on. Now, after a while, you do get used to it, and that kind of motion in the camera actually does signify an attack of that. But, no, if you like Paper Mario and you like Persona and Final Fantasy X mainly, this game is for you. Absolutely. That's the perfect way of putting it. Whenever I compare this to Paper Mario, everyone's like, "Are you drunk, high, or just a silly Billy?" And I'm like, yeah, all of the above, yes. But I'm serious. Like, when you play a Paper Mario, you have a block, a super block, and a dodge. And that's exactly what this has. It has a parry, a block, all that good stuff. So yeah. Now, obviously, this is major spoilers. This is a 50-plus hour game, and we are right at the end. You might be wondering, why has Mael got grey hair, Cyber? Did she just age, but her body stayed the same? Well, kind of something like that. But this game, if it is inspired by the greats, it also is inspired by their story as well, and that includes how crazy, metaphysical, and you know, kind of reality bending that a lot of those RPGs do. You're either fighting God, a version of God, reality itself destroying, and fighting death itself a lot of the times. In this case, with it being about painting and sculptures and art and all that kind of stuff, we are actually inside of a giant painting. It makes sense, I suppose, right, with the Paintress as her name and all that. And we've realized that the whole story is sort of about this magical painting family. And they're dealing with grief. Horrible, horrible grief. And it just comes at a rough time in my life as well. So it's kind of hit a little bit home. So basically the story then is about, you know, the idea of holding on to memories and something that's a part of a lost loved one. Is it better to do that and thus wallow in your grief and never truly grow and move on from it? Or is it better to cut everything almost heartlessly to try and move on? And that's what it comes down to. So being trapped inside of this painting is wearing down Mael here, or Alicia, as her real name is. That's why she's literally losing life and colour out of her. So that's what it's coming down to. We're trying to destroy Renoir, who actually is her father, and he's trying to kill us and destroy the painting. And you might say like, oh no, it's the destruction and everything, but it's sort of for the good. So it really comes down to a moral dilemma and your own thoughts and feelings on grief. It's a horrible part of life, but one that we will all go through no matter what. There's no way of avoiding it. It's sad, but it is what it is. So are you better off to... I believe it's a mix of both. I believe that it's about honouring them and growing and learning from their memories and what they gave you, but also to cherish those times and cherish objects and things that you loved about them, for sure, but not to wallow in it. It's interesting, like my mother is going through it very differently. She's an extremely strong woman and hugely inspirational to me. And then she has a friend who had lost her husband a good while ago, probably like well over 5 years ago now. But she has descended into just on life. That's the only word for it. She is visibly growing older, losing weight. She doesn't want to leave the house. It's horrible. And my mother kind of is trying to help her while also seeing her and saying that's not going to be me. And it's really like, it's these kind of things just feel like after school specials, and they feel like pages out of a book a lot of the time, but it really is what people go through, and just seeing it, like, it's very surreal and kind of messed up, but that's what it is, you know. I'm kind of a mix of both, you know. So anyway, we came here to the dark shores. We now have one last choice, and the choice kind of comes down to, do we take on Renoir? We found out that Maëlle is a paintress, so she sort of remade the world and remade the friends. That's the saddest part about this game that I don't think many people talk about, but a lot of these characters we see here, Saëlle and Monaco and Lune and that, they're just figments. They're figments of someone's great imagination. And they have stories to tell, like Saëlle had lost her husband and had lost her baby, and that's why she's afraid of water, because she tried to drown herself after losing her husband. Like, everyone is touched by grief in a horrible way here, you know. And it's a tough one. So this canvas is literally a piece of Verso's soul, you know. But it's wasting people away. So yeah, now at this point, after killing the Paintress, we've unlocked like massive damage dealing weapons. We've broken the 9,999 damage limiter, so we're doing like crazy damage, you know. So everything's all up in the air. You also have at least 10 plus hours of side content you can do, including a endless tower of non-stop fights until you get to the top and that kind of stuff. We have these guys here. Now check out what kind of damage that Maëlle can do here. Now, are you ready to see something you ain't never seen before? This thing Stendhal here is completely broken. Now check this out. Before we finished the last stream of this, I was doing maybe 20,000 if I was lucky after breaking the limiter. I was like, that's amazing. Now check this out. Let's see if it actually does it. Probably won't. There you go. 1.1 million damage. And if that crit, it would have been 1.6, 1.7. I don't know about you, but that is so broken. And watch what I can do. I can do intervention here, which will basically give her AP and give her go again. And guess what? She can go again. But it won't be as strong now because the virtuous and all that. They'll still do about 250,000. Yeah. Isn't that ridiculous? Ain't that ridiculous? Yeah. So needless to say, it's broken. But like most of these games, including like DLC and all that, this probably will get DLC. When you get to this point and you start doing side content and you start turning into a fucking mad lad, doing that kind of million. Some people did one. I think it was like, no, was it 2 point something billion damage? So destroyed everything, you know. You level up too much, and you do side content. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying not to do that too much. People said around the 60s would be good enough, so I guess we'll keep it there. See. Anyway, yeah, we'll see how we get on. I did want to try some stuff. I'll show you that even at this like $1 million damage, or million point damage, it's not enough. It's not enough. I want to fight this paintbrush dragon thing. I also wanted to get the last stone for Esqui, which allowed him to go underwater, which I think is where all the last stuff is as well. So I want to do that as well. So let's go. This is where we actually have to go to the melted Eiffel Tower. We will do that, but let's go over and fight this dragon first. I think it's a dragon. I thought it was a paintbrush. Yeah, it's been a special game. The fact that it landed on Game Pass, I think, has been a great surprise and a boon for Xbox. Let me just quickly, I know it sounds goofy, but just walk in here for a second. Yeah, we found this flying casino, but it doesn't even open. There's nothing in there, so maybe it'll be something for DLC. Just to grab the quick save there. I may have to do this, do I? It doesn't have a manual save. That seems to be what most people want. I want a retry button for a match, but I think if you just reload the last save, it helps. But I do want a retry button. It's extremely annoying when something goes wrong. Hello, Mr. Whale. I think all fights and all Souls-like should have a retry button as well. Just start and retry fight. It's not that hard. It's extremely annoying. And other things add DLC with that in it, and you're like, God damn it, why couldn't it be there, you know? So look at this thing, it's like a paintbrush dragon thing, lighthouse. Weird, right? Let's give it a shot. Now it's probably going to one-shot us, but we'll just see if we can give it a go. These ones you won't get first go, you just have to fly into it or drive into it or swim into it, whatever it is. It's a really special game. Yeah, most people have put like 60, 70 hours into it. Alright, let's see. Absorbs all. Oh, great. I didn't know he was going to do that. He just absorbed all of my AP. So I have too much AP and explodes. Oh, God. Okay, then. 19,000 damage on us. Wow. That's great. Smashes its head 2 times. Damn, she only survived because I gave her a little bit. And he's absorbing it again. So when do you gotta go? Okay, so I can't kill this guy. He burns, attacks 4 times. I haven't got to... Oh, way too early. Damn, nothing. Nothing. Okay, so you can tell. But the burn did a good bit of damage. So he's just gonna keep eating everything, and then he gets 4 turns. No, I should have actually healed him. Absorbs all AP. Damn it! So how do you have a go? Heal 2 times. Oh, that was a jump one. Absorbs all H. Okay, so I don't. He has a specific way you'd have to do him. Do him, which would be. That didn't actually attack him. He didn't get hit by a jump attack. Looks like he doesn't have much health though. See that? If we did a little burn on him. Gee. So you'd have to have a build where you would get. And he attacks again. Okay. That's a bit early. I'm dead. Yeah, we can't fight him. Damn! Even in like the 60s and 70s. Sheesh. Yeah, you need. It looks like you'll need specific builds for those kind of enemies. Alright, at least we try. It's a cool boss though. Cool boss. So many great bosses. So many amazing super dungeons. It's all pertaining to the story, so like I think it's probably some of the best side content I've ever seen in an RPG in my life. Because I played a lot of games with side content, and for the most part it's like they have to make it both missable and important but not important, because then people will feel FOMO. This game was like, it is that way, you know. It's important and not important, but it really creates massive context to a huge amount of things. Like basically there's a place, it's called the Flying Manor, and if you know the manor, I can't even fight anything in it, I won't lie. I'll show you now. I will actually show you this, because we're gonna miss a lot of the side content, but I want to show you some of it. Let me see if I remember where it is. It's basically that same similar manor we've been going to over the course of the game. Apparently this is where Elaine, who was the Paintress, has locked herself away, and you'll see some of her sculptures are actually a lot of the bosses from the game, so that's pretty cool. I don't know if this is it here. I'll try and find it. I can't even kill anything in it. It's unreal. Most of it's just the harder versions of old bosses, so we're not missing it. Then there's special... That's not it, I don't think. It's that. Canvas. Not sure. There's one of the towers, and there's like the endless... That's the monolith. There's the endless tower over there. It just goes on and on. Let's see, where was the Flying Manor? Obviously flying. It's pretty mad, isn't it? Now, I have purposely only done about maybe 10 to 15% of the side content, because I knew we were going to get to fly. What I'm trying to do is these little spots here that are glowing in the water like that. He has one final thing that you can do where you'll be able to swim underwater. Apparently that's crazy content as well. Let me see if I remember the Flying Manor. It was like a random lump in the sky. But yeah, what a game. What a game. It's one I'll remember for a long time. It's definitely on my shortlist for the game of the year. This might be it here. Just blown to bitch. Yeah. I'll just show you a bit because it's absolutely gorgeous. You get to see kind of what she was going through. No, it's Chosen Path. Fucking hell, there's so many places. I would have gone to it before, so maybe it's on the map. Hold on. What's this? It doesn't say. Fuck's sake. The Reach. Visages. It's definitely around here somewhere. If you've been to the spot, then it'll kind of name it. Ah, it's annoying. You know when you just want to show some side stuff? Flying Casino, that's where we were. No, we're looking for Flying Manor. Could be down here somewhere. Meadows, Dark Shores. The Dark Shores is where we started the whole game. We need to go back there and get wrecked by things. God, that's annoying. I'm gonna have to look it up now. Urgh, God, I can't even do the simplest shit. But yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna show you this, but there's nothing I can do. I can't even touch where they are. So I think it's one of the end game dungeons, so it makes sense. Okay. Down here in the snowy area. There it is right there, okay. Hiding in between, where am I? I'm not too far from it actually, good. Probably it there. Or maybe that's it up there. But yeah, it's really cool for a super dungeon, huh? Sheesh. Now a lot of the super bosses, I can't tell a lie. You can see that it says danger, all that, even at this high level. But I can't tell a lie, a lot of them are just kind of same bosses, all spruced up. So yeah, what seems like a normal, happy little exploded manor. But Verso says this is where she lived and did her sculptures. And you can see it's quite, obviously these creations are from a fractured mind that use it. The whole premise of this one is you need to fight 4 supercharged versions of the bosses you fought. You can see all this, it's very primordial, that's the only word for it. It looks like when you put paint in oil. You could go down there, like it's mad. I'll show you now. They're basically in 4 directions, but even the normal mobs are unstoppable. You can even go up there as well, cool. See? You can see some of the bosses. You have that guy there. You have the Lamp Master, he shows up like so many times. The Duelist. I'm not sure, one of the Clair Obscurs. Oh no, that was like a mage or something. Yeah, you get to see it, and then it'll open up that and probably do some more stuff. I mean, there's DLC announced. Maybe I'll go back and do some side stuff. And the reason I'm not, in all honesty, is because of the break I took from it, and that's my own fault. The game didn't deserve that. But, you know, now this has been out about a month and a half, and you're like, I know there's a lot of people just starting this game too, but they're different. You'll see a lot of them either, you know, 12 hours of the same game over and over and over and over again, and people are happy enough with that. Or they'll play it once and then never see it again, so. Not cool. So beautiful. But yeah, so you basically go to each 4 corner to fight a supercharged version of them. I can't even touch them. And they don't have that much health either, which sucks. It's always that way, so you kind of go in glass cannon style. No, I can't. They're as you can see from that dragon, doing 20,000 K, 20,000 health. You can't even get your health that high, I don't think. Most I've ever seen, people sometimes have like 7k health. The idea is that at that point, obviously you're not supposed to get hit in the first place, so just become a parry god. And second, you can see that you can add like bits of shields and stuff. There's a lot of things in that. That's all accessible, of course. In my eyes, not for everybody. Now next, what I want to do is, let me see, I want to get, oh you dirty bastard, I want to get the stone. You have to find the final stone for Escree. There it is. See if I can unlock that. So each stone represents a little friend of Escree's, or Escae as they call it. But it also represents a power, unlocking a power. We went from like swimming and all that. And then the last one, I think you need to get his a relationship level all the way. So we go back to camp and have a chat and see what he's saying.
I guess he's not that
about
different from my
Renoir.
father.
Cousins.
Want to spend time with Escree? Yeah. I think if you get it to level 5 or 6, you'll mention his little friend. Then each of these places that they're going to go swimming underwater, I believe is our little super dungeons.
Oh, I didn't.
Sori. You can see he names them all after what they do. So Sori was for flying and swimmy and all that stuff.
Afraid the others would want to return to Lumiere if you could fly them back.
That's mean.
Yeah, I honestly think this is the best
Really
RPG that I've played since.
But being mean is not necessarily a mean
sorry, I'm
thing.
getting a text message here. Since Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just like François.
hate that it doesn't
I
auto
hate that you said that.
fucking change the conversation.
And Francois is just like you.
Francois, that was his little rock friend.
What do you mean by that?
Minis who hide things but who aren't really minis. Verso, I remember.
I think their voices have been very good, but I do agree that he has that kind of American accent. It just kind of throws me off for a big monster voice. I would have went something like Valcor with it, but that's just me. What a pain in the arse.
Uri.
Yuri, yeah, like underwater. So where is Yuri? It sounds a bit dirty, doesn't it?
So, where's Uri?
I left Uri in Francois' cave.
Uri.
Okay.
Alright, which one was Uri again?
Which one was Uri again?
This one you have to know. This kind of just popped for us very easy, like it might not work for you. You need to be relationship level 5 or 6 for him. Which, honestly, if you're just chatting away over the course of the game, you should be fine.
Oh, right.
Oh, I'd rather not fight. He was so mad last time. Maybe if you serenade him.
This should be pretty quick. I don't know if I can even fight anything in the side areas. It's more just to have a look at this point.
It made him so happy.
Oh, we actually talked about Clair. I love how they introduced these characters late game as a spoiler or whatever. Then everybody suddenly knows who they are and just never mentioned them in 40 hours. Yeah, little goobers. Yeah, that Xbox Raw Galley, the cheapest one seems to be 600. That's actually not that bad. Like, that's about what a good Steam Deck is. I think what's happening is both PlayStation and Xbox are scrambling poorly to try and get ahead or get into the same game as what Steam Deck's doing. Because now, honestly, I think once the Steam OS takes off, I think people are going to adopt that so fast it's going to make Windows look
Francois
pointless.
can dance. I've never even seen him move. I guess he sort of wiggles his head sometimes. Anyway, look, maybe we can trade him something. What is he like? Flowers? Fruit?
So when is, what's tonight that we get all the Fox characters? So King of the Hill, Cleveland Brown, Bob's Burgers. My God.
Different rock.
I'd say they're going to get a shitload of money for that. Alright, let's go find another rock. I think there's a multiplayer beta for Gears for the weekend as well. They're pretty smart like that.
Make it so it looks like Francois.
Xbox have this thing, they do it so much, where they actually have so many announcements and free stuff and banger stuff going on, but they just don't market it at all. Like Space Marine 1 is free on Game Pass, remastered, beautiful, great time. Just sit down there in 7-8 hours of good old fucking fashion amazingness. And now the Gears of War multiplayer beta. That stuff should have been shouted from the rooftops from the game showcase.
Sure.
I just don't get it. Strange. You need to fire the right people and hire the right people.
Gee.
Okay, let's go find you your last rock. What the hell would he do? That's pretty cool.
Doesn't it look just
It does. It looks just like Francois. Angry little turtle rock. Let's go.
Yes. It won't
Off
take
we
long.
go. At least you don't have to fast travel there. Or go there. And just take us ourselves. Remember this will do.
You're back.
Hello.
Don't call me that.
I wonder where these ideas came from.
You have
Feels like a fever dream.
Why didn't you tell me? Prove it.
We'll trade you.
Yeah.
Uri for this, lovely portrait of you.
Some of the story must be quite personal between the two. Yep. Oh, he's pissed.
Essence beautifully.
No deal. You want Uri? Come and get it.
Bye. Alright, buddy. Francois, he's turtling up. Oh no, we gotta do it with stupid Verso? No. Damn, it killed me instantly. Oh my god. I fucking hate Verso so much, man. I hate him. Why you gotta fight with him, man? I got a whole team ready to go. Dude, oh my god, they're gonna have the same conversation again? Oh, fuck off. Oh my god, I have to do it. What the fuck was the point of that? And he did like 3k damage. And he has shields. God damn it. Yeah, this endgame stuff really is just complete barrier. And what's worse is then, if the barrier entry is so high for this endgame stuff, then why not let people do it after the game's over? Maybe you can. Alright, come on. Wait, so I gotta straight up survive this. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing.
Oh well.
Strongest ice attack ever. No. Woo! My god, why do I go from game to game with just absolute bullshittery? I hate that kind of stuff. Let me see if I can put up the shields for this moron. I don't use him. I don't like Verso. I don't like his character. I don't like anything about him. Sorry, buddy. It's not your fault. You are, unfortunately, a victim of moronic circumstances. It's not your fault. You're just an idiot. Not badly played or anything. It's just like, why have him take over another character? It would have been easier to have him join for a while than have the other character disappear. But whatever. I'm not the genius around here. I'm not sure what I see. You know, people don't fuck with me. Okay.
I guess he's
cousin.
Let's try that again. I don't think I even have him built up like stat wise, so it's kind of screwed. He doesn't have an attack like
what?
fair
Yes.
fair my things I do. I'm only wanted to show these parts, same as you. I'm just curiosity. The game could do with like a recommended level thing as well, but I don't think it matters. You could do it all level 1 if you had a decent. Oh no, he just gets to go first. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Alright, let's see. Do I have anything with multiple hits? I do. 13 hits, but it costs 9. Endbringer. Yeah, I didn't set him up properly at all. What a waste.
Just try it.
Oh, I can't time that for shit. That's why I put that on. He's just gonna keep putting more shells on it. This is burnt a little bit.
Just try it.
No! God, I'm so bad. Trying to time it 1, 2, 3, but nope. Music's cool though. It's like half of me. Alright, okay. It wasn't hard, it's just doing 3,000 health damage for no reason.
Fine.
Good lord. Why 3,000 health damage?
Take
This
your
is
rock
the
and
strongest ever. Yeah, I have to use the shields for that. Just bad with the timing.
François.
Elgatos to deal with. Everyone else I see party gods you look over, they're on PC pressing the goddamn key on the mouse. Or the key on the keyboard. Like, dang. Alright, Francois. It's okay. I hate when they make you do that. It's always a sure sign. It happens in a lot of RPGs. Like, you know that character you rarely use or fucking hate in general? There you go. You gotta use them now. But it's right, I guess.
They have Uri. We can explore underwater.
Alright, let's have a look. Glad I could help. That was easy enough if you're great.
Thanks.
That probably will bolster him to. Alright. Yeah, is that max then? No, 6. He has another one. Escort ability unlocked. Underwater. Yeah, they try and sort of level gate things by making them red if you're not powerful enough. But I couldn't even begin to understand what the hell that even means. Let's give her back. There we go. Because go to sleep. Go to sleep. Yeah. Because, as I said, you could be a low level and just wicked good at parrying. You could be a high level and just have no concept of builds. But yeah, nothing against Ben Starr. I think he did a good job as Verso. I actually think like even his character as a concept is clever.
Here
I just
we
think
go.
the nature of him taking over from someone and just lying for most of the game, none of it just sat well with me. It's probably the more poorly executed part of it, but there's very little. And the other thing as well, I'd say, is a missed opportunity, unless I'm missing something completely, but I don't understand what's going on with Lune. Maybe I just need to finish her story, but probably one of the most weakest written characters. Started off with like a chip on her shoulder, like kind of bitchy. I just never understood it. Sayel, on the other hand, one of the greatest voice acted characters I've seen in a long time, and written characters. Like, it's just so deep, personal, dark, and she's just played so well. Like, if she doesn't win an award for voice acting and stuff this year, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, you can't just keep giving it to Hellblade chick. Alright, let's see what's like underneath one of these. Dive, there we go. Oh, okay. Oh, some of them are just items, okay. That wasn't really worth it. So where do you go, how do you go underwater then? You can't just go underwater anytime, can you? The map, check out. That's kind of cool if they're like that. I don't think they're all like that. Let's have one. I just want to see. Then we'll go straight to the finish line. You don't want to keep these too long. Like I said, there's at least 10 hours, if not more, in game. Actually, I think there's more stuff after the game's over. I'm not sure. But Jesus Christ, you will get your money's value if you're buying it, and if you're getting it on Game Pass like me, you've just got the greatest Christmas present ever in a video game. Jesus Christ, you're eating good. Okay, let's try this one. Woo! This is all optional. Yeah, you see. I assume there's places to go underwater, right? Oh, maybe they don't open till later. Never thought about that. Maybe I'll look that up as well. That could be something. Sorry, just not to waste time. But basically, I believe they're called. I've heard people talk about them. It's like, good luck if you try this. They're called Renoir, so it's part of the boss or part of him. Renoir's drafts. So it's actually like failed areas. Yeah. Okay. Didn't want to spoil that for myself or anything, but yeah. Let's see, just to see. We can't, obviously can't, I don't think, handle anything in there, but we'll have a look. No, I think they're very specific looking. I think there's one here somewhere. Okay. Just to have a look, you know, curiosity and all that.
Hang on tight.
We understand. I think if I would have just mainlined this game and didn't take the break, I would have done more side content. But I still think it would have taken me as long, if not just a little bit, because I would have been doing more side content. It's so tough. RPGs are just, they're very, very difficult. You either mainline them and you're literally playing like 10 hours a day. Like, I think I did that with Metaphor, Refantasia, and it really worked out. I think I missed even some side content there. I really try to give it my all, but you can see it all but takes over the channel for that moment. And the thing is, that might be okay for a big channel that already expects, their audience already expects RPGs, but when you're small, sometimes it's better off than when you're small, because you can just play whatever you want. But I find, like, you gotta cast the widest net sometimes. You're not gonna win no matter what. What's over here? A lot of these you can just fly into the crows. I'm finding the new places still. Let me see. It says it should be here somewhere, but methinks it is probably the later, unless this is it here. Oh, this is it there. Okay, so these things. Let's go in and have a look what they are. These are Renoir's draft. You can already see it's danger. Renoir's draft. So there's multiple of these, and these really are end-game, post-game dungeons. But they're
below the monolith.
Jesus.
Where he was sealed.
Wow.
Oh, careful.
That's cool. I just wanted to see, you know, you dip your toes in. Jeez. So below the monolith. So she had created the monolith and then trapped him in there when he went in to try and get her out. Basically joining her in her grief. But what he did was he used that to destroy as much as he can and send out all those monsters. But there's parts of that is a big giant plot hole, and I don't care what anyone says, but why the fuck did he have the monsters attack us if he needed us to help, and we were already kind of attacking and doing things. That part's a bit confusing. I've fought ones like these before, but now they're all red and spookified. Let's see how long we last. Even if we were get the first go, and she gets, yeah, she does like 1,000,000 damage. Is it enough? Listen to that music. Has he got armor? Might kill him because he's a bit weaker with 1,000,000 damage. It did, okay. My experience, it's good just to kill. Oh, it actually, it took her shields off as well. I think like doing 1,000,000 or 250,000 even to a mob enemy. Oh, look at that fucking shit. Gay. That dodging crap. That's the problem with doing singular. Oh, 50k. Nice. So beautiful. Dude, I've noticed there's high damage and then very high. So be wary of that. Let's try physical. You can just wipe out her. You can probably. Why all three? Why are you allowed to do that? Fuck.
Still need your help.
Can't stand enemies like that. Gain's powerful. Creates earthquake. Too early on that. That's some bullshit. 5k damage.
On me.
Dark combo. Right? This is what I don't get. Is when we die. I fucking dodged 3 or 4. When we die like that, they then get multiple new turns. I don't understand that. That's so cruel. You're already punished by them being dead. Why would you give them more turns? Makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. If anything, you should then be given an extra turn. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So you saw how much damage we were doing there. It means for nothing if fucktard is going to dodge everything. But as I said, with a lot of this game, I think its biggest drawback for its fights is its foolishness that it almost requires you to fail at least once. It's absolute nonsensical fucking farce. Oh shit, I went for the fire that time. Whoops. 84. Oh my god, he's so dead. Yeah. None of this matters anyway. Can't fuck it up again. See how much damage they actually do. Yeah, that one chick, he does a lot of damage. That one chick doing that much damage, or dodging even, is enough to screw up the entire fight. That in itself. Look at that, I just did 250,000. Like the bubbles, I hate this shit. This is protect the bubbles, right? But it actually shoots them at you. Which part of protect the bubbles is shooting forward? Yeah, he's been a great character. And so is Saya. Even if I do use her a lot to give her. Ooh, insta-kill him with 11,000 damage. Your health could never get that strong. You'd have to be out of control. I wonder can any of this work? So I assume I should only do things that will do multiple hits if she's dodging so much. It's so gay. Like the move hasn't even started and she's dodging it. Why is she allowed to dodge? If I hit her with just one damage hit, it's crap. Crap. Let's try Paralyse. Don't dodge it all, please. Oh my god, it's 9. 9 attacks. You need to understand how pathetic that is. Get her. Get her. Nice. Good girl. So 9 attacks goes to piss because she can dodge them. Let's do this one. It's like a high fire with a mark. And well, maybe she's not marked. Maybe we can try and mark her. And she's burned. Can you mark her? Not really.
Fate.
I love that shit. Look at that. Every one of them missed. Oh, this is what holds this game back so much. There is no rhyme or fucking reason to 90% of the stuff. I can't allow it. I can't. I'm sorry. You can fall in love with a game all you want. Look, that's pathetic, man. That's a gradient attack with multiple hits and just nothing. Like, how many hits was that? 5 hits. I think 1 hit out of that. And there's no such thing as like accuracy or anything in the game. It's just goofy. Like, I'm just gonna finish her off with this. This is stupid. Stupid is not the word. Anyway. Yeah, like we're obviously not meant to fight those guys, I get that. As I said, people would just parry gods just to finish off the game. That easy. You pick the shortcut, immediately play when falling below 30% health once per battle. It's very good. Level 30 fucking 1 for that, Jesus. Anyway, yeah, you can see we're ready for the big time. It doesn't seem like it. But that's just, this is all end game stuff. Who should I give that to? Burning Dead, Painted Power. What's shortcut? Speed and crit rate. Ooh, I do want to give her a lot of crit rate. I can't help. I can't help it. Defense plus crit rate. 3 shields. Max health is halved. Second chance. Revive. What's this one? Energize. Health. See, I'm trying to give the poor girl a bit of health. It's about the first negative. What's this one? Speed. She's already cracked out with the speed. It's okay. Anyway, I just wanted to show you these places. Obviously, me moaning about them is not doing any good. But I don't see you going to like level 99 or whatever to do this. And honestly, this is my problem with super dungeons and all that. What the fuck is the point? You know what I mean? Like, you're getting stupid shit like heals and shields and wheels and Eden beetles coming up to you. What is the point? At that point, you can't max out anymore. It's just a challenge. Like, I have platinumed Final Fantasies. I have beaten their super bosses, and for trophies or dumb little skins or a weapon that I then can never use, or if I do use, I use it on a boss that is now one shot. Like, I fought Final Fantasy XII's fucking Yazamat. He had like 50 million health. You had to take multiple breaks in the fight. It was going on that long, and the game let you. It allowed you to do that. It was like an MMO style fight. But in the end of it, I didn't feel reward. I didn't feel anything. I felt completely fucking empty inside. That's what a lot of super dungeons do. People do it, and I've noticed this, especially in this day and age of social media. It's for their own dumbass online cookies. They've nothing going for them in life, so they need this. Like, I've seen people come in, talk about platinum Lies of P and platinum Night Rain and doing all this stuff. It's so weird. It's just, they lack complete human connection or self-awareness, and it's kind of sad. It's fucking sad. It's a wasted experience. The human experience is only, happiness is only truly found when it's shared, right? Isn't that the idea? You can create your own personal happiness, but the true happiness, it's only because it's shared. And that's what they do. But they use it as a sort of sad, but sort of an attention-seeking mommy or daddy issue kind of thing, where they just didn't quite get enough of a kudos for, you know, maybe an A in an exam or drawing of something or whatever. That's stupid. You don't want to need the validation of others. You don't, you know. We want to believe that we're not some puppy pissing on a pad just to see if mommy will come fucking see us for a few minutes. Good lord. So yeah, super dungeons, I'm always mixed on them. Unless you're getting something truly great out of it. God, even if it is for a little costume or a skin, at least then they wear those things as a badge of honor, I've noticed though. And same with this game too. My god. People end up just modding them in or out because they're like, I'm not doing all that. Or they get an AI trainer or whatever. It's like, what the hell? Look at all these skins you see now. That's what they're doing. Alright. I think we've shown off a little bit. There's so much more. There's all these super bosses like standing around as well. I don't know if those guys count. There's ones, they're super bosses. Sprung, that one I tried to fight. Just chilling. There's that endless tower. There's so much. Like when I said it's 10 or 15 hours worth of stuff, it really, really is. There he is over there. We tried him a couple of times. Like any other game, it's like, well, just don't get hit. Nothing is that difficult. But yeah, let's do it. Let's finish off this game. It's been special, really, really special. Definitely shortlist game of the year. It has some shortcomings like every other game. There's no such thing as a perfect game. It's about as close as you're gonna get. Suppose they put these here, so it's like, well, we just don't want to have that one thing. Like, you don't even have to land to do the underwater. That's cool. Yeah, they're giving us lots of color of Illuminous. It's the edge of the world. I hope there is DLC. There it is. We're going back where it all started. Let's do it. Let's end Clair Obscur. It's probably still an hour or two. Let's see how this ends. Will we destroy the world? You gotta love a good old RPG where it goes back where it all started. Yeah, I've played many a super boss. Outside of that moment of elation of actually doing it, you're kind of like, why did I do it? It's bittersweet. This is where the fracture would have happened, huh? Maybe where we tried everything. I assume this fracture they spoke of too was probably the very moment of Verso's death. A fracture in the psyche too. It's a tale as old as time. It's so sad. Look at those jokes. Remember I used to call them the falling star beast. Kind of look like it.
Wait for us here. It's dangerous for you near Papa.
Ooh. So Esqui really just feels as like a childhood imaginary friend, you know? Look at all these nasties.
We'll have to move fast. I can't maintain them for very long.
Here we go. Yeah, I wish the game had a hard save, but does not. Oh yeah, this is the, what is it called? The barrier breaker. We have to use it. Cool. We're gonna have a little war here? I think so. All of the old expeditioners, which now we realize were Verso's pieces of Verso's soul, really. Trying to fight.
Tomorrow comes.
Yes, tomorrow comes. Trying to fight to survive and live. The idea of a creation being much more than that. Soul, blood, sweat, and tears you put into these things. Yes, look at that hero shot. I told you Maya was the main character. I could tell from moment one. A lot of the key art also showed her as well. I'm like, oh, that lighting change is a bit odd. Alright, let's go! Let us do this! Oh, that's so cool. Yes! Now this is how you do it, boys and girls.
These expeditioners are glorious wreakers of havoc.
The greatest expedition of all time. Get 'em, boys. Yes. Tomorrow comes. For those who came before. Look at this. Oh, this is, yeah, this is, oh, this is so cool. So this is where we, what's this? Yoink.
What have we here?
This is where we met on that fabled day. The gommage. The living funeral. So much joy and happiness. When in reality, we're going to their deaths. Oh, little trash can. Let's fight and see what we got going on. So basically, when the big switch happened with Mael and the real Mael, she unlocked these 3 moves. They're the void moves, and they have that special little purple thing there, you know. And they're completely broken. They completely break the entire fucking game, as you can see. Not that I didn't already break her a couple of times, but now, as you can see, we're doing like 1,000,000 damage. It's so ridiculous. And it's because, I think it's because of that void. It says 83,000 damage, which was probably his health. But in reality, look over there, highest damage, 1.667 million. That's really what she did. So I wonder, is it better to... Is it better to have the shields? Where we met Sophia as well, right?
Good stuff.
Gustav. Or is it Gustav? That's another thing as well. I hate to be that guy. I really do. Perfectly normal trash can. Oh, I think you were supposed to do something there with a side quest. We're gonna get a go for free. No, let's try out this thing as well. This is the reason I got this move is it's the only move that Mael has that will work on multiple enemies. Not overly strong, but strong like that. I think this is a side quest that would have popped if you had done it. I could have sworn I did it, but anyway, I mustn't have not. Pretty cool. Music is amazing. Everything's amazing. Yeah, this is. I'm gonna keep an eye on Sandfall Interactive forever. I hope they get a chance to do so many things. Live a happy life, comfortable life, a creative life. Tomorrow comes. Nice. I do see a lot of that happening too, unfortunately. But it's okay. Basically, edges that are not properly tightened in with the hitbox and collision detection. Nice. So yeah, what's left of Lumiere? Oh, was it actually the same music too? Whoa. Oh, it's so sick. Nice. Remember this? Oh, this is what we ran across with. Oh, yeah, like that's the other thing that kind of didn't sit well with me. The whole Gustav stuff. Like, I don't know about you, but if I'm gonna mourn someone and you're gonna make me feel something, don't retract that, you know? Don't take it back. Don't change it around. It feels like a betrayal of the player. And I'm sorry, but that's exactly what that did. Oh, what's the point of going over there? Sorry, don't you hate when you do that? Let me have a quick look. But yeah, so what was the point of Gustav? What was the point of Gustav's sacrifice? What was the point of anything? I don't know. Stupid. I guess that's what it comes down to, was his experience, even if he is a creation of others, and his loss, and his life. Is it enough? Was it real? Did it feel real to you as a player? You know? That's what I think they're going at. It has the power of art, the ability to move you. You pick those energizing, powerful, gain 2 AP on applying power. It's not bad. Why level 16? Everyone else like level 30. So yeah, does art have the power to move you? I think when we were younger, we not only had bright imaginations and powerful worlds that we could build and disappear into, but it felt real. It shaped who we are, for good and for bad. What if, this game's trying to say, what if you had the power to make those real? The people within them. I laughed and compared the you know, that guy. I remember this went through the, oh, it's so cool we're back here. The greenhouse with Gustav. What if, I compared it to like, sort of sea monkeys or something, you know? Your first little animal you would have. Jesus Christ. Father versus daughter, really. And mother. Renoir. Jesus. What a spectacle. What a show. Oh, they're 32s? Oh. Gee, yeah, look at them. That's so sad. Some of them have been turned by Renoir. It's weird that we have to fight him again, because we did technically fight him, and then it's the way it is. Like, I think when you die in this world as a paintress, you don't really die. Yeah, okay, we're kind of broken. You know, they get, basically their death chucks them out of the painting, and that's what he wants. Because they're getting lost in it the longer you spend in here. Bum bum ba-dum. Probably it's gonna be like, alright, a lot of color of lumina. There's a lot of upgrades you can get to. Yes, it's an interesting concept. I like it. I think from an artist perspective, I think all of their creations feel real and grabs them at a time when they were going through something profound in their life, good and bad. Where do we go from here? We must go this way. Don't think we really need. Oh, I didn't really need to fight everything if we're that strong. But yeah, I think around the 60s maybe. You could probably just do this directly after what I was doing. I wanted to level up a bit for some of the side content. And we'll see. So many games have this issue. Usually with DLC though, you don't always see it just with the normal. Like if this was to get DLC, I'd rather them wait a year or work on it a year and do like an expansion rather than something. But you never know.
He's at the tower.
He's in the tower. This is fucking. We're getting fucking sick guitar riffs in a game that was once kind of operatic and slow, melodic. Now it's just badass. Look who's back. I think this boy is meant to be Verso. She wish you'd understand just what it means for me to paint. What do you mean? The boy has gone silent. So Verso was kind of into music. This kind of pissed off his parents because they all wanted them to be painters because they knew that they could create worlds. Charging stun. But obviously he wanted to be into music. And then he did actually paint something. It was this world that just keeps coming back to. It's sort of unfinished and childlike wonder and a bit strange, just like Childs would be. It was mentioned of sculptors, and more importantly, there seems to be a kind of a godlike war against two writers and painters. So that could be something in the future. It's this manor we have been hanging out in. It's not your average manor. It seems to be almost like its own little dimension or something. Jesus. It's so cool. What a great ending. What a great game. But yeah, I think my smaller issues with a few things is like there's some of the actual idea of the combat is kind of fundamentally broken.
What have we here?
They almost get lost in the sauce of their unique enemies and animations. Some of the worst offenders of the issues is when the enemy is so big or the camera zooms out so much that you're nothing but a tiny little frog, you know? And then you're expected to dodge and parry stuff. It's just that kind of foolishness. But I felt like my biggest hang up with the combat was I felt like I had to die to a boss at least once just to get the hang of the rhythm and stuff. That was only 300k for that one. But you know, to each their own. Other people probably are, you know, cracked out of their minds and they're able to get it perfectly right and blah blah blah. Now with the shields and stuff on the players that we couldn't really do for most of the game, that does open up a lot more, and that's what the dodge is for too. They actually recommend that because people were having trouble, same as me. They recommend that you dodge the first couple attacks if you're not that confident, and then try and parry it. If you're getting it perfect, that means your timing is perfect. But my timing and stuff will never be perfect. They want you to use audio visuals of the noise the enemy makes before the attack, and then the normal visuals where you're like fucking waiting for the camera to move, and it's just so unique in their animations, which it works for them and against them. Because you're like, oh, I'm getting attacked by a paintbrush, you know, that kind of way, that kind of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I do also agree that things like Paper Mario and that had the same issue. And most people look back on these things, and they will, same with Clair Obscur, very fondly, and even with nostalgia when the time comes down the line. And that's fine, and you may have played it 600 times by then.
William,
same with Paper Mario.
60.
That's no good. You know it's coming already. It's almost, you can do it in your sleep. You close your eyes and get it. That's different. So we have a tendency of, that's why we call them rose-tinted glasses, because they already obscure the world a little bit, you know. That's okay, and I call them nostalgia goggles. That's what I like to call them, because that's what it is. It's like beer goggles, but nostalgia goggles. You see everything through your own beautiful memories and that. There's nothing wrong with that at all, but you need to understand that if you can't allow for criticism in that, then you're already lost in the sauce, and your opinion no longer matters. You're far too much in love or something, you know, kind of. It happens. I've done it for many, like some of my favorite games of all time. Absolutely, probably. You know, like something like Bioshock, I think is almost perfect. But if you were to look at it again, you're like, God, the FOV is fucking garbage. Most of the guns take up the screen. You feel a bit like too wooden to move around. There's not much gun selection that there could be. You know, kind of. You know, see. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's Sophia and Gustav dancing. Oh, see, this is what I mean. Like, I can't let this world go because I don't care if these people are creations. They did mean something to me. Yeah, this little boy, he could be young Verso, which I think is what he is. He could be Gustav. I think Gustav and Verso are very similar, a bit too similar. I always said that, hence why he took over for him. See where she keeps losing half her health? It's because of that thing, but it's weird, it tries to heal it. Let's talk to this man. Put on nice... Oh, can we talk to him? Maybe we can't. So pretty. Yeah, no, the game has been fantastic, but as I said, you know, don't be afraid to be like, oh, I wish this was a little bit better. I do wish there was manual saves. I do wish I could restart any fight, because maybe like it's the same as save scumming and it feels a bit cheaty. Maybe you're meant to roll with the punches and roll with the deaths. I get that too. Sometimes there is learning and dying, but not in real life. So yeah, it's something that holds me back from software games too. Both of those things, not being able to restart a fight and not being able to, you know, always learning by dying. It's just, you'll learn a good way, you know, it's tough, but not so much either. It's too all or nothing, you know. Imagine if you played a game and everything was one-shot kill, you know what I mean? It's fucking annoying. You do it in certain like Devil May Cry games when you unlock that difficulty. It's like heaven or heaven and hell, you know. There's a reason why it's called that. It's like, is this the greatest mode or the worst? Or something like a cute little indie game like Titan Souls, which was just you with 1 bar of health and an arrow, but everything would die like almost in one hit. They're interesting concepts, but
from the Axon Islands.
Nuts.
What are they doing here?
Because they're like
Axon's their papa's creations.
Yeah.
Not Claire's.
Not Claire, okay. Yeah, we know so little about Claire. She's the older sister. She actually is the only one outside the painting. Almost the last normal one, basically. God, this is creepy. But yeah, I love a game. At the end of the day, you know, this or that or whatever about a game that makes you think and have conversations and does a little dance like that. That's in itself is a win and salute. Yeah, see, there's a reason why I didn't unlock these void things up until this stream. It completely breaks the game. I know it's because of my level or whatever, but it's broken. She breaks the game. It's not even... I've seen people have a setup where I think it's like burn on the start of the fight or something, so he just walks in and it ends the whole fight. It's just incredible, the builds they've done. I think all their love of the UI and Persona experience and inspiration they've taken, I think that's another small little knock, I think, for the game, and it's a small one. I think it has one of the most obtuse, kind of, dare I say, boring UI. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm talking about like the main menu stuff. I can't find the fucking thing, and then when I do, it's like, was it even worth it? You've also got a black background with these beautiful characters. It just comes off as like, did you run out of time or what? Like, look at this. It's serviceable at best. But then, like, how about when we click onto them? How about a bit of pizzazz and style? I don't know. And then when you click into this stuff, it's just a laundry list of stuff. I know you can favorite things, you can do this and do that. That's great. Thank you for that. I do appreciate that. But this screen right here, for a vast majority of gamers and people in the world, not only scares the shit out of them, but immediately, like, triggers and gets them all anxiety, you know? Because this is just information fucking overload. And even for someone like me, I played countless RPGs that absolutely, and stack games from software, they love numbers and information overload. Like, if you were to, when I first played this game, even I was like, be the fucking G. And then there's stuff within stuff. You can go in here, you can go into the Luminous, and it opens up, this is a whole nother list of stuff. Yeah. This required a little bit of another thing through for sure. Anyway, it's all good. Like, here's me at the end of the game being overly critical of things. Once again, I try and preface when I say these things, I say them with love, and they don't affect the overall experience. So I very rarely take like them into account in terms of ripping points away or whatever. Is this one of the last minutes that I asked out? Yeah. Unfortunately, we have slightly broken the game. It's mainly her, you know. What in the name of God? It's mainly her. Yeah, Jesus Christ. She also has another one called Burning Canvas. And I have chosen not to equip that one. I don't even want to do the Strendal stuff. Oh, that's so cool down there. It's almost like Inception or something. Yeah, they should, at the end of the day, little tiny stupid things to mention, but they should be so proud of themselves.
Well, let's go.
But I cannot get over that 30 people made this. I cannot. It will further my thoughts on the AAA machine being the wrong approach to video game development. I've always felt this anyway. If you don't think about it, when you're a kid, when you're a teenager, you just want to play that new hot shit. You don't realize that there's suffering and crunch going on behind the scenes. You're like, new Call of Duty, new Medal of Honor, new GTA. Now, as I'm older, you've played so many games and your tastes have varied, and your favorites and your dislikes change and move, or maybe even stay the same. You realize that when you start to play indies and you see the love and passion in a game like this, it's really all that matters. It makes it all worth it, I think. I'm going to support them forever. When you hear me mention a dev and I'm like, I'm going to keep an eye on it, you know it. Like, look at what Atomic Heart is doing, what Moonfish is doing. I watched that game for 3 years. And I couldn't find many people playing it. Like, it was memes about the fridge and memes about the robots, but it's hard to find people playing it. It's like, oh my god. In a world of screaming for Bioshock, it's right in front of your face. Hello, Spitzels. It's a lovely carousel. Yeah, for these streams and this series, I you know, the last year or so I started to use little emotes and emojis with the series as an identifier, both for myself and for other people. For this one I chose a horse carousel, and it just, there's something so French about horse carousels, and it's probably not even close to it, but I think it really worked for this one. Let's fight the merchant one last time. Yeah, this one's special. Whatever they choose to do, whether it's like DLC, sequels, spin-offs, I could see this going any which way. I really could. Let's see what Paralise does. Problem, Paralise is broken too, because it adds that much burn to it that after the fact he's going to take like 250,000 damage anyway. That could be, yeah, I didn't even get the first hit off. The poor bastard. She is so unbelievably broken. And they actually nerfed that attack that does 1.6 million because it was doing billions of damage. They nerfed it by 40%, not 4%. What's this? Full strength, 25% damage on full health. Oh my god! I think she already is losing a bit of health, so it's probably no good to her. What else we got down here? Oh, there's Balaro. Cool. Are these a lot of the things I've missed or something? He already has that. Why would you buy it twice? Owned. I owned them all except this one. Balestrum. Good. That's good that I own them. Recoat, color, polished, chroma. Thank you. This place is sad. Oh. Chroma catalyst. Right. I was hoping for something else, but I don't think he's there. Basically, there's a final piece to upgrade your weapon one last time. I think it's locked behind most of the super bosses. It's called, is it a pure chroma catalyst or golden?
Papa is somewhere past the gardens.
Yeah. Look at this place, like the Palace of Versailles or something. My advice to these guys is keep that team small. Even if it takes another 5-6 years. That was the whole key to this. Once you get past, in my opinion, that like 100-person team, you're going to start slowly making compromises and losing vision. It's just the way it is. Button heads, people falling out. The thing is, it's part of human nature, sadly. It's like, you know, anger and jealousy and all that stuff. You gotta learn to roll with the punches, and sometimes that stuff can be channeled in a useful way. What is this? Whoa, it's like a fight or something, isn't it? Oh, it's like a mother pulling a child away or something, is it? Jesus. Wow. See, that's the Clair Obscur part. You can see most of those monsters kind of then recoat as well in the middle of it. That's such a beautiful sculpture. I'd put that in my room right there. It's a mother torn between two halves. One trying to move on, Then you got the child in the middle, the soul that can't leave, and then the recoat is like a recoat of paint which is going on, but you actually use that in the game to completely reset all your stats. So you see that? It's like she wants to reset everything. But yeah, the Clair Obscur name could be used again. You could do anything else, different world, different sculptures. You really could. It's the Expedition 33 is more. That's why most people shorten the name down this to E33.
The expedition is much longer.
Yeah, it must be very trying for
We
her.
need to defeat them fast.
Look at all the recoats they're giving us. So yeah, she's the one painting this stuff into reality. Kind of like was it Pepperan? Pepperan? Who was the one who had the pencil and she'd draw things into reality? This is so beautiful. Oh, a little bit of hiccup there. It's okay. Yeah, I don't even think Xbox truly knew what they had supported, you know. Same goes for a lot of their stuff, but I actually think, dare I say it, I think indie games have not only risen to the challenge, but they've outpassed AAA games tenfold. And now that they're coming, a lot of them come with the Game Pass to try and help negate that financial, you know, huge burden of bringing out your first game or whatever. You're just seeing quality after quality hitting Game Pass, but in reality, it's just because the games are getting better. The AAA games are getting worse. That's just the way it is. Well, I've always said that they've taken over with the AA, but with something like Clair Obscur and many more, I think we're long beyond that. I think they're taking over for the AAA now. I do. I think this is an absolute AAA experience. And if AAA is such a dumb and quadruple A and all that, it's such a stupid measurement. It always used to stand for the budget. But then as time went on, we don't know anything much about game budgets and marketing. We haven't a clue. So then that became AAA experience became quality, a seal of quality. So if we are to go by that seal of quality, then this game is absolutely AAA. I think it goes beyond that. This is art in itself. Ooh, look at this. Didn't get to start that early. Okay, what have we got here? Creation or Creation. Alright, let's see how Creation does against this insanely broken ass move. Sorry to fucking breeze through it. 1.6 million is dead. I'm sorry to breeze through that. I honestly shouldn't use it on bosses. It's the purpose. But anyway, this guy fucking slaps as well. Look at that. He's so good. I love Monica. And Sayel is awesome. So my option here, she can really pop off herself. Like, she is no joke. But the problem is, you never know if they're weak to dark. That's the same thing. That beautiful darkness that I love so much. Sadly. No, he's resistant to it. So. Not killed him. That beautiful darkness I've loved has now become the weapon of the enemy, you see. So, a lot of her moves. That's why and the sad thing about her, I don't know if they didn't think it really true or not, but she has very little normal element weapons. Her skill tree is very strange like that. She has like 2 moves that are not dark, which is fucking weird. Mayel, I suppose she is the exception because she's the main character, but she starts off mainly fire, but then has physical, and now with her new improvement, she also has void damage, which seems to be the be-all end-all. Not really cool with that kind of stuff, but that's just me.
And the chroma we need to bring back Lumiere.
Right under the Eiffel Tower.
Even I can sense him.
Sure, we're ready.
Make sure we're ready.
You just let me. Sayel has become quite my little buff character as well. She can buff us all. She can send stuff over to Mayel. She can do a lot. And she's my attacker as well. But I can't do any more. What needs to be done? What can't you do anymore? Yes, unless... No, maybe I should never stop. But I think he's talking about painting. Is it the boy has gone silent? I'm talking... Oh. I know what else he would have said there. Alright, boys and girls. I hope you're strapped in. I think it's now time to finish Clair Obscur once and for all. Time to send Daddy packing. Mayel is kind of lost in the sauce too. That's all I worry about. She fully believes she won't die in here, even as her hair goes grey. Alright, Faja. We've all been kind of stuck in this painting too long. Here we go. We fought him before. He had this crazy lion. He was kicking my booty. And we even got rid of the curator. That bloody game took me too long. I'm so sorry. Ah, this one deserves all the praise. It's so nice to wipe away crap games with something so special. It's very on point for the painting, you know, theme, but cleanses the palate. That's for sure. Oh,
Alicia.
yes, Father.
Please, I just want you to understand what this canvas means to me.
No.
I do understand. I know how powerful and intoxicating it is. How deeply attached we can become to the worlds we pour our hearts and souls into. I was enthralled, and it nearly killed me.
It doesn't mean you have to erase Verso's canvas.
Child, do you think I want to?
Oh, such a good premise.
After all the sorrows,
You know, because
we've endured,
how many times is the big villain where you're like,
do you
is he
really
anti-hero?
think
Do you side with him?
that I want to
He's
destroy
not.
this last piece of his
He's
soul?
not trying to become God.
Then don't.
He's trying to save his family.
Life keeps forcing
But it
cruel
would require us
choices.
to destroy the last
We do.
piece of his son.
What we must.
Jeez. It's a hell of a dilemma. The thing is, it's almost like a drug or something.
Grief often blinds us, and we make choices we can never take back.
You grieve for two.
Yes,
I grieve for many.
that's right. All the little
The
orphans.
choices of parents leave indelible marks upon their children,
It's true.
but ultimately,
Sins of the father.
the voices in their head have to be their own.
Correct. Late at night.
You cannot
No,
set the
they-
boundaries of their life for them.
No. I think Verso even wants to end it too.
After the fire, you wanted me to find new joy in life.
I agree with both sides.
I
That's the sick
tried.
part of it all.
But I couldn't. I couldn't.
She has survivor's guilt.
Verso died because of me. How do I get from that to joy?
No. Just another instance of her
Child,
family
it will
needing
get
therapy.
better, I promise you.
But who becomes the therapist to the gods,
This
you
is
know?
not the way. Your friends speak truth. And it changes nothing. You can hate me. But that's a choice I must make.
The separate choice would be
As
to
your father,
kick
I
everybody
must
out of the
look
painting,
out for you.
but don't destroy the
Especially
canvas. But the allure of it,
Look out for
the
yourself.
draw,
You treat
The
me as
grief.
if I'm still 5.
I treat you as if the shadow from the worst day of our lives is going to suffocate you and take you from us too!
Damn. The power. The mother and father really are the gods.
Enough. I said enough.
To defy her father, to stay in this world of grief. I wonder what would happen if you would just die and see what would happen. Yeah, I can see it from both sides. It's a very tough one. Oh shit. Oh, look at that. God, this game just goes from strength to strength. How the hell did someone on SoundCloud create this soundtrack? Unbelievable. Oh, there he is back. That's his kind of true form, the curator. And now it's interesting he's called the curator. even more. Remember I had thought about that. I think about like a museum curator, you know, but a museum of worlds. Renoir. Should I be dirty and use the skill on him? I don't think so. I could break everything. I want to see what he's got to offer. Let's just do Paralyzed. It might still be too strong as well. It's hard to know. Like I don't want to. Oh yeah, look at that. Fuck me. Why did I do that? That wasn't even the tough one. Summons the Axons. Oh, he's got a paintbrush just like Paintress. I should have maybe skipped my turn a little bit or something. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, the Axons. Cool. Oh, there's the third Axon. We didn't see him, I don't think. No, we did. That's the mask maker. Sorry. Where's the third Axon? What are they gonna do? Rescues. Serene rescues Renoir. Heal him. 408,000. It's probably his whole health. Time to their hell. Whoa.
I do love a challenge, but this is beginning to irk
Shouldn't
me.
have went so hard there.
Fuck. He keeps regenerating.
Maybe we focus on the Axons first.
Hmm. What the hell is that? Oh, it might be from the outside world.
She can't.
Alin? Oh! Who did that? It's gotta be Alin or Clair. We have to believe that Alin, it's Alin, that she would have died. No, yeah, we killed her and then we pushed her out of the painting and she came back in. We get to see what she looks like.
You're going to kill yourself. It's too soon for you to return to any canvas.
Oh, Jesus, look at her. Where'd she go? So yeah, we had ejected her when we killed the Paintress, but here she goes again. Oh. Damn. This is insane. So it looks like they need time to recharge and kind of almost get their youth back. Sucking the life out of them. Why should she come back? Oh, she looks adverse, so I see that. Oh, look at that. Kick her ass. It's a kaiju battle. Yeah! Get her! Bonk. So these axons are like axons of creation. I'm guessing that lowers the power. It'd be cool if we could control this. These black holes seem to be part of creation or something, you know? Be primordial again. God, this is so badass. Maybe I'll skip my L's turn. Maybe it's too much. It sucks. A lot of games do this, man. Especially with DLC. You go back, fight the main boss, like bonk. Oh no, he's already got 84 burn. He's so dead. Look at that. One burn just took most of his life off. Oh fuck, I won't do that again. I'm gonna skip a few turns. I want to see what he does. Okay, summoning a big. Cool. Yeah, so that's the mom. She's not meant to come back in. It's pretty bad. They seem she's drowning in her grief, pulling her kids in, pulling her whole family. Oh look, there's the whole family there. Verso and all. Oh, the dog. Well, who's the dog? Give us the DLC about the dog, please. I don't see no dog. It was a beautiful. He was like a little sheepdog, Scotty dog. All right, let's skip some turns just so we can see some stuff. Yeah, let's skip. I want to see what he's gonna do. I do have a nice move that she has all set, which will just give her boost to everything. Let's skip a few turns. I want to see what he does because I broke everything inside. Okay. Man, he fucking flying. Pretty crazy. Kind of like a god family fighting. What is that? Whoa.
Go paint something else.
Go paint something else, damn. God, he's got like bat wings. Sick. Oh, this is actually a move. Cool. Nice, that little ding. He's like trying to help you. Oh, it didn't help that time. Ow. Sick. And he's pretty strong too. Alright. I'm gonna skip her turn again because she is broke. She's broke back. Nice. What else? I think we have to skip everybody's turn at this one. Let me just check this. I think I put a healing tint on where one heals, they all heal. Yeah, I think she doesn't heal because that. Pool of Darkness. Okay, I want to see what he can do. Okay, I was supposed to dodge there. Whoa! Wow, 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 wow. Now he has this Mighty Strike is one of his greatest attacks, but it'll kill him. It will absolutely kill him. I shouldn't do it. Oh my god, the soundtrack. I'm gonna keep punishing myself a little bit longer. Ah, damn! What did I think I pressed the wrong button, didn't I? I did healing. Did it heal? Oh, did it just very good. Attack swiftly. Okay, some of these are similar to what he did before. Nice, kicking my ass. He would, if I was the normal level, he would have kicked my ass. There's no doubt about it. She can do this thing, Dark Cleanse, and cleanse an ally of their status and propagate. Does it cleanse him? Yeah. I always wondered about that. No, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's finish it. Finish him off. Daughter versus father. Do it. Ooh, nice. I think it did. I think it did take him down there. He burns, unleashes his power. Ooh. Do it. Oh my god. Damn. Mael wins. Flawless victory. That's so sick. There's more of the petals as well. Apparently the petal is not just like a symbol of death and blood, but also a symbol of Renoir's power. So when people would burst into flowers at the start, petals, that was him. It was his power from underneath the monolith. That's all he could do. I think most of the monsters then were acting in his name because he was still trapped under there when we fought him. Really cool, like twists and turns and everything. Alright, cool. Would there be another phase? Would that be it? Who knows? It's unfortunately trivialized, sadly. I think 90% of players are going to have this same experience. And that's just RPGs for you. Now, normally you wouldn't get that feeling until the DLC. But I think most of the endgame and postgame
was the one who saved
feels like DLC. There's that much to it.
I lost myself in a canvas.
What canvas did you lose yourself in? Maybe their mothers.
She taught me how to safely use our gift.
Oh.
How to soar without flying too close to the sun.
Icarus. Now remember, he's not actually dying. He's just getting kicked out of this canvas.
We painted
hundreds of canvas. I'd love to see some of them.
Pushing the very boundaries of creation. And she never let me forget that every day we spent here.
I wonder why it is. Like, if they survived hundreds of canvases, why is this one? Is it because it's Verso's canvas? What is it? Like, is it just that they... I think there's something the game's not telling us, but I do think that time inside of a canvas alters differently. Hence why age is all over the place.
Here we are.
Like they speak of, 100 years, Expedition 0.
I trust.
And, there's obviously people not dying on the outside. The grey hair is not meant to signify age. It's meant to signify colour and life going out of the person.
What's at stake? You want control. You want to feel like you're doing something. You couldn't save Verso, so you want to save us.
Damn.
Except you're not.
Maybe they don't want to be saved.
Canvas won't help us move on. It'll just deny us the one place that helped us feel again.
That's 67 years. Jeez, yeah.
67 years I spent trapped within the monolith.
Jesus.
But I persisted.
Still feels like real time in here.
Do you know why I cannot leave her or you behind?
Oh. What, is that what she looks like?
This is what I see every...
This is her like slowly dying. Staying in here.
I cannot spend another day with living corpses.
Oh, for
Since the
versus.
fire, our family has crumbled.
Can't
Lean
move on.
in the canvas. Clair fighting a solitary war.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on with Claire.
A living ghost.
Oh, a living
Verso's
ghost.
death broke us. Want it to be fixed. I need it to be fixed. I cannot lose you too.
Don't you see? That's how I feel about them.
Yeah. Grieving in their own way when they should be finding a way to
Can't
grieve together.
lose them either.
It's a tough one.
Lost too much.
There's arguments for both sides for sure. Seems so clean cut just to be like,
See?
no, like don't
I've lost
get
so
rid of
much.
everything. Start fresh and all this.
We both lost so much.
Papa, I don't want to lose you either. I'm not leaving you forever. Just a little longer.
No. But is that possible? Like, Alin probably said the same thing. That's where,
I want to trust you.
see, they don't understand, they lose time. There's no, like, alarm clock to wake them up and get them out of there, you see.
You
The
can't.
longer they stay, the more intoxicating, normal it feels. What do you think? 67 fucking years, for God's sake. See, a mother's grief is astounding, you know. She would throw away her life. But as I said, I don't think it affects the real world like that, you know. I think Cleo might have said
Keep
something
the
like
light
10
on
years.
for you.
No. That's so, he finally
I
trusted her.
hope you find peace.
See, that is the thing as well. The father does need to give her time. Oh, he's probably gonna fade
Hold
away.
on to each other.
You see, you know, he's not dying. Remember that. Now that they've told us that, it makes these things not insignificant, but I suppose it's the thought of it. He's not dying, he's just leaving the paint. But the mother's still there, so she came back. They need to kind of kick her out again. Might have to kill her again. She came back to help us kick Renoir's ass, but
Verso.
no, you can't do that, Versa. You're not real.
Sorry.
Can't do that? Oh, Jesus. Okay, now it's Inception. Weird. Now he's creation. Kind of moving out of it now. Creation in a creation. I suppose it would have to come down to Versa, wouldn't it? I mean, it is his canvas at the end of the day. He is the son that was lost. This is just a dead piece of his soul. The sounds of it, he wants it all to end. Now, you've seen him stop Renoir and save our lives and stuff. I think he's conflicted, just like everyone else is. As you can imagine, you know, you're faced with your own mortality, even if you are a creation or a piece of a soul or a piece of someone or a bad imitation. There is that kind of sentience that wants to live, you know. Alright, buddy. Time to make peace with your mom. There's the little kid again. See, and you have to remember, there's a deeper connection to Verso's canvas here because as I said, he did not want to be a painter. This is a tale as old as time. How many kids out there, adults, have gone down the long list of inheriting a business, and father's business didn't want to, or becoming a doctor, a teacher, or whatever, because of your parents, and knowing full well that there's not an ounce of passion in it. You've done it for them and them alone. It probably was the right decision, but deep down, you're living an empty life. So that's kind of what... Didn't I say earlier on that the map was very suspiciously like a laid down rectangle as well? I love it. I did not get spoiled for this, thank God. But yeah, it's not as if it's like fucking... You know, it's up to interpretation as well. I do think this... I'd love to know if there's an extra meaning behind Gustav, because I really feel it feels empty as shit. That I'm hoping that Gustav is another part of Verso. I suppose every creation, in a way, has some form of self-insert anyway, you know? People make the joke of self-inserts in anime where it's a woman's like big titty, big beautiful, big booty, big anime titties, and a self-insert for a guy in anime a lot of times is peons and weaklings and stuff. That's a bit of a strange one. Or it's like glorious superheroes, One Punch Man. This might be his inner child or the piece of the soul. This actual boy with no face has been here from the very beginning. One of the first areas after leaving Lumiere had this boy in it. Even before we met Esquay, I think.
Aren't you?
So he's just been trying to keep this canvas alive
Tired too.
for his mother. Oh, he's starting to fade a little bit. Oh. He's painting for his family, he's painting for his mother. Yeah, we're like creation. I like that they're using this, it's just a cool visual, but it's a black hole kind of, you know, because it swallows everything like grief. But it is like possibly where creation starts as well, like Big Bangs as well.
Mamon's gift.
Why did you run in? It's dangerous for you here.
Of course, it can't exist
See
within
things
itself.
as they are, not how you want them to be.
What?
I love this music.
To your father.
No.
So I do.
Yeah. She has no intention of leaving. No intention.
You're going to die here.
Yeah.
Why don't you just leave? You can always come back.
Oh, look at this. See, Verso,
When I leave, Papa
he
will
does.
erase
He
this
wants to die
canvas.
too.
This is not worth your life.
What life? My life of loneliness in a shell of a body, with no voice and no future.
You're my L. No matter what
I
you
love
are,
when she gets
you
emotional.
don't need this
The
canvas.
French accent comes
Everything
out.
I want is
The
here.
shell of a
Here
body.
I have a chance to live, Verso to live. Out there I merely exist.
Oh, she's all like, she's lost an eye, her face and body's all scarred in the fire.
Keeps forcing cruel
He
choices.
gave up his life to
Stop
save her.
quoting
We don't
people.
even know how the fire started though. We think it was with the War of the Writers. Writers are like meta writers, so they can literally write things to happen. They might even be writing this story. It's kind of an interesting concept. But be careful with that kind of stuff, because that's where plot holes breed. Is inside of metaphysical and God and all that fucking theory, you know. It's time to say goodbye. Oh, I think Verso. Oh, careful now. Verso's not going to give you the
Papa
choice.
also said, hold on to each other.
Oh, I think he might have meant mother. What happens when a creation doesn't want to exist? Revolt.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a fighting stance. Oh, fuck it is! Look at this. You can have locked in eternal battle. Damn, look at that backdrop. Oh my god. Damn, decide the fate of the canvas. Oh wow, doesn't it look like he's in prayer? Very unusual. And you got this in the background, see? It's like a black hole, right? Like a planet, like a womb. There's so many things. Or it's just a big old shiny ball. You want to get that kind of obvious. What do we get to choose? Oh, fight as Mael, fight as Verso. So, do we fight the other person then? Like, yeah, fuck. So if we fight as Mael, we're fighting to keep the canvas alive, stay in the canvas. But then if we kill Verso, does that not destroy the canvas anyway? I think this might be one of those fake outs. And then if we fight as Verso and kill Mael, it will eject her from the canvas. Can't she just come back in? Yeah, the whole thing kind of is mute, because if she's a paintress, she could just paint other worlds or paint herself back into it. Yeah, this is kind of a fake out. I think I'm going to go with Mael. Me personally, I think both sides have, same with Renoir, like both sides have perfect reasoning. You know? Like, if you're that much in grief and say you have some trinket or a child's toy or something, but you keep it with you every day, you're rubbing it, you take it out of your bag and you're holding it in your pocket or whatever, and it's constantly, you're constantly leaning on it. You're never really fully living a life either. It's a tough one. But I see the understanding of it, like there is a certain amount of respect and importance to the human condition to not remember the ones we've lost, you know, and to honor them, right? I believe that. I think love transcends like time, space, gravity, all these things. Anything that exists in that world, I think love is if we could just find a way to channel love, it would be great, wouldn't it? We can't. Alright, I'm going to play as Mael. I don't know if this is like a good or bad ending, but I'm going to do it. That's my thoughts. I do think she's stronger than most. I think she has the power and the time to do this. And she's a young paintress as well. Alright, here we go. Will it end up some crazy god boss maybe? Let's see. Imagine fighting Mael. Verso. I'm not going to lie. I also want to kick the shit out of Verso because I don't really like him as a character. I'm so sorry. He's well written and all that and well voice acted, but my god, he's a pain in the ass. Even with everything we know. There we go. Just get him at 1.6 million. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Our drafts collide. That's interesting. The drafts, huh? We know a draft is not just a cold wind that blows under your door. It's like a possible, like, you know, beginning that doesn't end up meaning anything. So they could do DLC in the draft as well. What an intense fight, I know. I shouldn't have done that, but we're at the end here and I kind of want to see a result to it. I know, the sweat going on with Jesus, it was that tough. Yeah, I knew I broke the game. There's not much I could do. There's no way of seeing the end, the side stuff without leveling up. And then if you level up, you break the end game. So confusing.
Don't say that.
No.
Please.
Jesus. Let's see what actually happens. It's cool that you're given a choice there, but I actually think it's a fake out. I don't think it matters either way. Because you see that it's a paradox.
Only you can do this. You
Kill Verso.
Unpaint me.
Unpaint me. Oh my god, look at that. He's literally wishing for his own death. It's kind of like the idea of a ghost who, you know, might be able to comfort people. But in reality, the best gift you can give them is sort of moving on. Oh, I want to know who caused that fire. That's the real problem. Could have been a twist. Oh.
Please.
I don't want this life.
But see, like, I just don't get the crying. I don't get any of that stuff. I'm sorry. Maybe for Versa. The boy still lives. Oh. Canvas still lives. You could still paint Verso back. Oh. Is she gonna realize? Maybe that Verso is dead. Remember when they talked about the Gestrels as well? We've had Mael, Alicia, the real Mael. God only knows what any of their real names are. But the boy continues to paint. The canvas lives. Was the right choice? God knows. Whoa. Is that a new thing leaking out? Kinda looks like a paint palette as well, I suppose. There you go. I don't know what...
If you could grow old,
yeah.
would you find a reason to smile?
Epilogue. A life to paint. If you could grow old. Find a reason to smile. So that sounded like insanity and immortality. Now what happens is all begin again. Kind of sounds like it, doesn't it? The cycle continues. Even though she's a young painter, you can see that she's not as strong. You see even just the war of the expeditioners at the end there. She could barely hang on. She's trying to make her way through while painting all these things. Oh, see, all this world still exists now. I'm not really. It's kind of like the idea of letting go of your imaginary friend or your childhood toys and stuff. Never really ready to let go, are you? Yeah, the show must go on. There's the little boy. Probably. Yeah, she's probably repainted for so. Why does the kids always look so freaky in this game? What the fuck is that? What we got here? The Verso, Sayel. That actually might be Pierre. That might be her husband. I think so. She might have repainted her husband Pierre. I think so. Clair Obscur. She repainted the baby too. Nice. Will it be very meta? Will it just start a show of the whole thing again? The only problem with this idea, like I understand, oh, Gustav and Sophia, they're back. Oh, she can repaint them all. The idea of this is she's using it as a way of reliving a life and grieving, but we know there's no healing in this grief, you know, that kind of way. She would need, still need therapy. She's merely just reliving a life. You're not giving yourself a chance to heal. Why they can't just leave and come back and leave and come back, I'll never know. There you go. Oh Jesus. There's Renoir. Creepy. I wonder how long they have to wait before they're allowed back in. Didn't show the mom either. Is she there? Now, she don't fit for death. Well, that's kind of creepy. Can't lie. Oh. It's hard to tell. He kind of looks like Verso as well. But... yeah, I think it's Verso. I don't know. What do you think? Can you see? Looks a little older with a beard. She's already crying. They upped the character models for full cutscene. Remember, he was a musician, remember? Can he do it? He only painted because his parents wanted to. Wow. He's crying too. God, the character models. You should see they posted. Whoa. There's the eye missing again. You should see the the old prototype they had for this. Like, pretty close to what they were going for, just graphically. You know, simple. But my God, differences. What's better than some AAA games? There you go. Is that actually the song? I wonder. Oh. As you can see, just like her mother, staying in the painting that long almost spreads that like disease of paint that they themselves are being lost. So that was probably considered a type of a bad ending, I'd say, if you want to say that. Sandfall Interactive, congratulations guys, you absolutely nailed it. Well done for a first game. Jesus, that's going to be hard to beat this year, that's for sure. Nice. I know we completely trivialized the ending. There's not much you can do about it. You can either just skip like 30 hours and see nothing. But I wonder if they'd let you do it after the fact. Maybe that's the way. But here's the thing: when it comes to RPGs, if there's a specific way to play it like that, doesn't that then defeat the purpose? Like, oh, don't do this content yet. Go straight here. Diddly-dee. I kind of got wind of that, where it's like, oh, from the first trailer that they showed off him flying, I was like, oh, okay. So I played a lot of RPGs where I've grinded in the early, you know, levels and fucking paid for it, and realized at the end it was all for nothing, because once you have that ability to fast travel or fly an airship or a giant clown or whatever that was, then it doesn't matter, just wait till then, you know. But yeah, this was absolute masterpiece, 100%. It has a few minor little issues, mainly just my own stuff, but my god, for a team of 30 people, and what they've done is nothing short of a little miracle, and art in its purest form. There's no doubt about it, from its visuals, its storytelling, to just the actual making of it. The fact that it's a miracle, that itself is passion and creativity against all odds, against fucking AAA morons and CEOs and people who probably told them they couldn't do it along the way, and second mortgages and sleeping at the desk and 3 days of no sleep, and they fucking did it. They deserve every single award, they deserve every back, and I wish them nothing but the best, the highest of successes and wonderful lives for all of them. They did a great job. Intense fight. Look at this, now we're getting treated some lovely concept art. My god. Nice. I'd be interested to see if they just kick you back and let you do like some in-game stuff. Yeah, just honest to god, best RPG I played since Chrono Trigger, I think. Yeah, everyone did an amazing job. It's sad that I didn't quite connect with Lune as much as I should have. There's good old Daredevil, and I didn't enjoy Verso as much. I think Ben Starr did a great job, there's no doubt about that, but just didn't like the premise. Didn't like he definitely got better. She was my favorite character, without a shadow of doubt. Mael and Sayal, wonderful, just so beautifully written. Like, games every now and then will always try to bring up some really dark stories or true life stories that happen more often than you think, and they either hit the nail on the head and win awards or stuff, or they're completely tone deaf and break every... Yeah, I want to know more about Claire. I know so little about her, but yeah, and then sometimes they tell the same stories over and over again. This one with Sayal especially, the whole family and the whole story is a very deep, dark story, one many people have to go through. I don't know why I did that, but I think I have it on too short a timer. But Sayal's alone is a game-worthy story, you know, and I'll tell you. But I still, even as I sit here at the end, we got interesting. Is it Korean or something? I sit here at the end, I still don't understand. They should have made more importance to Lune, and Gustav, and Sophia, and Sayal, and even Monaco. These are all creations, along with the expeditioners, of Verso. This is Verso's world, you know. They're all just creations. They're not real people. They're technically, their stories don't matter. But I don't see it as that at all. That's why I chose Mael at the end. I think each one of them had become more of their sum of parts, more of the ink that they were painted on, and it was really special. And that shows the power of storytelling. I love it. This is why I play games. This is why I read books and everything, even the lyricism in music. I love it all. I love what the mind can create. GG's. Absolutely GG's. Just fucking nailed it. Okay, let's see what happens at the end. Let's see if we get like kicked out. No, just that's it, is it? And then what happens if you continue? Lumiere, I can just put you right. Okay, interesting. I thought we might have like a... Could have sworn people said like post-game stuff. There you go. Bit on your head full of nonsense. It's just before you fight him. Interesting to put you there. I guess maybe it's the last flag that will kick you out. No, actually it's not before him. It's right before the final Renoir. And I assume you can still go back to the continent, can you? Oh, there's New Game Plus right there. Right there. Boom. I wonder how that works. Then we got challenges, which is also new. Limit down. Oh, I heard this is actually a new update. Sorry. This is a new update. So yeah, look at this. Enemy life multiplier. Maximum damage and stuff. See, you can actually set yourself challenges. Isn't that cool? Right. And let's see what it says about New Game Plus. Yeah, I was hoping I wasn't too OP, but anyway. And I tried to see, I skipped my turns. I tried not to in the game too much. Let's see. Apparently something was supposed to pop up there and it didn't for me. Weird. Let me go. If I go to the continent, will it say something? It's supposed to be a screen's like congratulations, doodle 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 doodle. New game plus. Oh no! Oh shit! It actually says when you go. Oh look at that! Just kicked out there. When you press on New Game Plus, and do that. Interesting. You can go there. Okay. Let's see what it says. It's probably a standard New Game Plus if you keep everything. Everything's bollocks hard. But I don't think it'll break the 99 level thing. Let's see what it says. Bam, here we go. About standard game. Plus, in this mode, enemies and battles will be much harder. Exclusive rewards and loot can also be unlocked. You'll keep your character's progression and your inventory, but everything else will be lost. It's like quest progression, quest type. That's still great that they do that. I've seen games like, I think it was like Black Myth Wukong or one of them where people waited like 6 months for a New Game Plus. Or maybe even never even got it. But yes, GG's, please play this game if you get a chance. It might not be your cup of tea, I understand, but give it a chance. It's wonderful. It's on the Game Pass, xCloud, all that good stuff. If not, you should buy it, have a bit of fun. It is one of the best stories ever made, I'd say. You know, like that's to me that was extremely personal. A bit too fucking raw, I'll tell you that much. But it was a special one. Nice job. Yeah, cheers. So we did. We got to finish Mind's Eye and Clair Obscur. Yeah, very very good. There's plenty more. June is just stacked with games, and we've got a lot of Steam demos as well, which they themselves might become playthroughs later on. So there's lots more. I want to play more Battlefront 2, more Fortnite, more all that good stuff. I'm not leaving any of that stuff. If as I usually say, if I don't delete it, I'm playing it again. You know, if it's still there, 83 gigs right there. You know, look at the fucking size of Stalker 2, man. Yeah, we have the Alters which come out today. Now I did want to play that, and I will. I just was like, hey, you have a bit of an opportunity to end the week finishing 2 games, and I'm like, sign me the fuck up. And I will get back to Oblivion. If I didn't delete them, I'll play them. Yeah, obviously Space Marine, but yeah, Jesus. Even Clair Obscur is only 42 for the game that's in it. Special. And we will get round to these too. I'm thinking there's a little announcement coming soon. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys are the best. I appreciate the laughs. I appreciate everything. You get kind of sort of bittersweet and emotional and nostalgia and all these emotions at the end of video games. But I love you guys. I hope you have a great weekend. I am kind of busy at the weekend, but I will fit in some streams. So help me God, I will. I'll find a way. You guys look after yourselves, okay? Enjoy your weekend. Have a good night, okay? See you all soon. Give this game a